We're learning more tonight about the man who held a Florida school board at gunpoint. Clay Duke, an ex-convict, once lived in Tampa. Board members said they could tell by the look in his eyes the dramatic confrontation was not going to end well.
Please don't. Please don't. Please. I'm going to kill you.
This was the frightening scene that played out yesterday in Panama City. Amazingly, no one on the board was hurt. Earlier, school board member Ginger Littleton actually returned to the room and tried to stop Duke with her purse. While brave, today she admitted it may not have been the smartest move.
I have 3 wonderful daughters, and they said, "Mom, are you just stupid? What were you thinking?" And I actually didn't have an answer for that.
Our Carson Chambers has been looking into Duke's past and his ties to Tampa. So, Carson, what did you find out?
Well, Wendy, we got to look at 56-year-old Clayton Duke's high school graduation photo. It was taken right here in Tampa. And we also found out why he spent so much time in a state prison before any of this unfolded.
You can't fathom the sinking, sick feeling school board members must have felt when a man pulled out a can of red spray paint in a public school board meeting and then a 9mm gun.
If you could have seen that gentleman's eyes, this was going to happen. You saw him, Danny. This was going to happen. We could have had this place like Fort Knox, and he would have shot us when we come out of the building.
56-year-old Clayton Duke did shoot. So close, the superintendent who sat directly in front of him said today it's a miracle bullets ended up in the bench instead of his body.
He had more ammunition, and he was going to keep going.
Tonight, we've learned Duke graduated from Tampa's King High School just a few years before Mayor Pam Iorio. We've also delved into Duke's criminal past. If this scene caught on camera isn't bizarre enough, trial attorney Ben Bollinger told me by phone from Panama City he's represented thousands of clients over 15 years, but Duke's name is hard to forget.
He was a Y2K believer, whereas when the year 2000 came, things were going to turn bad. He had started stockpiling weapons, assault weapons, and bulletproof vests.
The attorney says Duke went to prison for 4 years and spent 10 more on probation after a 1999 criminal encounter with his wife.
He was in the woods waiting on her, dressed in full camouflage with a mask, bulletproof vest. I believe he had an AK-47 with a silencer on it. She attempted to leave, and he shot out her tire.
The attorney says both Duke and his wife walked away from that situation. This time around, Duke didn't leave alive. A security guard took aim before Duke took his own life.
It's still sinking in, walking into the boardroom, I think, for all of us, and seeing the actual bullet holes.
And that Panhandle attorney says just before the 1999 incident, Duke had just been fired from his civilian job at the local Navy base for threatening his boss. Back to you.